Friction is important. It helps us to walk, hold things, write on the board, or even to stop a car. But sometimes it makes our life difficult as well. It makes it difficult to move things. It causes wear and tear in machines, tires, and our shoes. So, sometimes we might need to increase friction, while other times we may want to decrease friction. Let's see how we can do that. We already know that frictional force depends on the nature of the surfaces in contact. It is higher for rough surfaces and lower for smooth surfaces. So, to increase friction, we should increase the roughness of the surface. That's why shoe soles and tires have these patterns on them. They increase friction and prevent us from slipping. And if we want to decrease friction, we make the surface smooth. Have you ever seen a skating ring? The surface of a skating ring is highly polished so that friction is less. Less friction means a lot of speed. To make the surface smooth, we can also use something called a lubricant. Lubricants are usually liquid in state. The lubricant gets filled between the peaks and valleys of the rough surface and makes it easier to slide one surface over the other. In this way, it reduces friction. That's why you should lubricate your bicycle regularly. It makes the bicycle smooth to ride and also prevents wear and tear of the parts. The same is true for wet surfaces. Water gets filled between the peaks and valleys and reduces friction. Hence, wet surfaces exert less friction than dry surfaces. That's why we would slip on a wet marble surface if we don't walk carefully. The methods we saw so far reduced or increased friction by changing the surface. But 1,000 years ago, people invented something which made it very easy to deal with friction. Wheels. When we use wheels, the peaks and valleys roll over each other. Then, rolling friction comes into the picture instead of sliding friction. And its value is very less compared to static or sliding friction. So, we reduce friction by converting sliding motion into rolling motion. Take ball bearings for example. We use spheres in ball bearings to convert sliding motion into rolling motion. You must have seen it in most machines. Another thing that matters is the weight. We know that frictional force increases with weight. So, if you are unable to move a heavy cupboard in your home, consider emptying it to reduce weight. Then, frictional force will also decrease. Conversely, sometimes we increase the weight to increase friction. For example, we use a paper weight to prevent papers from sliding off a table. That is all for today. Let's recap how we can increase or decrease friction. We can decrease friction by making the surface smooth, using lubricants, making the surface wet, using wheels, using ball bearings, or reducing the weight of the body. And we can increase friction by increasing the roughness of the surface, making the surface dry, increasing the weight of the body. I hope learning about friction will help you in daily life. I'll see you soon. Till then, keep learning.